Alright, so last time we did uh, the swinging traps, and if the trap touches us, it will die. We will die like this. So we die, right? We need to make it. We need to enable them so they will swing like that. They're so slow. Yeah. So as you can see, it's like swinging 45 degrees, right? So you can make it faster if you want to, like that. You'll die. So I disabled the VFX earlier. I hide the red boundaries for the damage volume. You can do this. Everything is doing the same thing. Like I said, you can make an array for making them separately, you know, like the speed. This one is still working, and the bottom part is like not working because we need to trigger it first. Then when you press button, it will like that. So next one, um, we can just quit here because it will upload properly later on. Maybe we can just Alt F for that one. Okay. What we left here. We're done on singing. I told you that I can assure you that it's working. Okay. It's just the Epic games are not, yesterday they are down because maybe they're updating the servers. That's about it as well. If you are like have deadlines with your game and that suddenly happens and you need to wait for that, right? Okay, so next up, what we gonna do? Probably the floor trap. Floor trap with trigger, I think. So we're done with rotation. We're done with um, the swing. What we can do now is trigger trap, right? Instead of using you can use a manual thing, like not inverse. I can show you anyway. So let's say trap, go to Fortnite devices, and then can do here is you can just click devices and then prop mover. You can use this to go up and down and make a timer, but it's so much. I told you earlier that it will take a memory when you have a lot of devices like this. So right now, I don't know. Earlier was our current memory, but custom verse code will save you a lot of memory. You can merge things, right? You just reference the devices. Because one of each, like this, is a device that you can use. Alright, so we're gonna do the trigger trap. First, we make a prop, of course. Here, open your verse code, verse explorer, and then just right click right here, create one. Okay, prop trigger trap, maybe underscore trap, prop trigger underscore trap. Okay, then when you create it, it will pop up right here, and then what you can do here. This is our reference because we can copy paste existing codes like this one. facial map like that because we need those. This is where I teach you how can you make a class with different kinds of, I mean, class like a structure. So and then you can use their properties. Like for example, a different speed with the other one, and the other one is more, quickly than the other one. Okay. First, of course, we're gonna make our class. Okay, just I'll say with this, so we can word wrap and press plus, so we can see it bigger than Right. So prop trigger uh, prop class. Okay, that's so long, but it's okay. Class concrete. Need to be concrete. You can read this. Why? What is concrete? Got to do no definition, right? I don't know why there's no definition for this, but I read that before on documentation. The craft that we wanted to. Of course, we're gonna use damage because this is where is it? We need to open again our uh, we need to import another trap. Where is it? Shortcut. Open it. Let's open the project for Git Bash. We're gonna import the traps that we're gonna use. While we're waiting for that, let's continue coding this. Okay. Volume y equals to damage volume device. Okay, like that. Asking me to log in again. Okay. At editable trigger button. This one is not automatic. We're gonna make another one for automation. Like when the player detects from there, or no, the what I mean on automating is like going up and down, like continuously. It's like the rotation that we made earlier. Maybe I can do that first, right? But yeah, we're here. That's easy anyway, so we can do that later. The Lumina, where are you? This one. Our desktop. I think I put it here. This one. Okay, so we open our project here. Um, where's the trap? You can see the trap here. Probably around. Where is it? Should be right here. Yeah, it's hiding behind the walls. Okay, so these two, we're gonna import them. Browse to asset, and then right click, asset action, and migrate. Then it will select everything you need. Make sure you are in your project. You have custom props, plugin, content, right? Are we in content? Then select folder and apply to all because we're not the existing materials is there, but we didn't modify it, so it's okay too. override everything. For this kind of drops, you need to separate them on Blender, so you can make a drops like this. Uh, Maybe I'll show you how to do that next time. Uh, if you are seeing this drop, my top left, that will be the drop like when you accidentally walk by and then you fall down, right? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Uh, this drop and this drop, but they are one object, as like that, and then you can put the red damage volume here. So when they fell down and then they get damaged or die, but you can you can make any like destructible crafts here because they are one object. So what you could do is go export it to Blender and then make them separate and then import back this one, like the open one, and all those woods inside. You make like Niagara destructible thing, and then make the character fall down. Okay, same as like this if you want to. Also, for here you can just make separate them and then animate the this one like rolling animation like working, and then put the red damage volume here, and then when they fall down there they will get damaged as well, but you need to separate them for animation. Okay, and this one you need to make them straight. um if you don't want to use Blender, you can use here, like for this one, modeling, and then you can separate them. Like for example, a mesh, C mesh, uh, model. I know I did some separation from here. Let me find it. I know I have something here because you can separate them by materials. That I know because I did it multiple times. Maybe split. Let's try. Yeah, topology by material ID. You see, the color changes, so it will separate by three object, right? If you need that door, because I don't know why didn't include the separated object of this. So you can make an actual door. So for by material ID, you can separate those, but I don't recommend that. By polygroup is none because that's the whole thing. Vertex overlap, so it's same as tree, but I think mesh topology is the perfect one. And don't forget that from input and don't delete the original so you don't lose it. Or maybe import this first in your project and do the separation from there. Uh, we can cancel those. Let's see here. Let's see if we see split. See, split, like, this thing is whole thing and the other one is, separated from it, right? Let's check like this one. All those woods inside is separated as well. And then this one. So every color is separated. Like this one as well. Like every woods in there. separated from each one. So what you're gonna do is split them by topology and merge them together later on. The one that you want to be. Anyway, going back, I just saw that one. Okay, so I think we imported it successfully. Let's go back to our project. Um, custom prompts content, Luminara, then mesh, then props. You can see this added props right here. So what we're gonna do there is duplicate our props since we need the props. It's not crystal. Maybe what's the name of it? It's prop spike. Maybe we can just name it um like why is doing that? I'll do it manually. Um, prop big, then open it, open the full blueprint. Where did it go? Okay, so this one you can click your um this one. I hope this is the big one. Yeah, this is the big one. And then uh, you can just compile and save it. Close that one, go back, duplicate, make it drop small. Oh man, I missed one. Yeah. Okay, then open it, open blueprint, full blueprint. We're just gonna change the static mesh. Go to your props, click the small one, and then change it. Just like that. Okay. If you wanna change the pivot, because this one looks like um, let's see when you draw. Oh yeah, the pivot is right there in the middle center, but some of it like this, the pivot's right there. But this one is correct because the pivot should be here, so it will rotate. But if you need the pivot move right here, you can just go to what do you call this? For example, for static mesh, right here, and then go to your modeling. You can change the pivot here. Edit pivot. Then because some of the models are not aligned, or can make it center, bottom, top, left, right. Right? You can change everything. World origin, or maybe just cancel it. Whereas just showed you how can you edit if your object has wrong, especially when you are splitting objects, their pivot should be on the original. I mean, it will inherit the original pivot. For example, if I split this one into multiple objects, then my pivot is right here. Then I select this one single spike. Its pivot is you can find this pivot is right here as well because it's inherited the original object. So you must like edit pivot and make it center for the volume. Okay, good stuff. This is our prop. Set our prop. Check your outliner. So this is not static mesh. This is static mesh. I'm not gonna use that. We're gonna use this small trap. I think yeah, and big trap. Right. So maybe we can make a multiple traps for you to see. Okay, that one and that one. Okay. Oh no, I think I did it wrong. Hmm. What we need here is not like this, because this one don't damage her. Maybe we delete them. We delete them. Yes. Because that one don't damage her player. We don't damage her player. we're gonna do here is adding oh, but we're gonna do here is find your devices that may out this one. Then for static mesh, you select your static mesh, clear the filter. Here we start for the big one. Oh, it's perfect, right? It's kind of perfect. So you just move up and end, so it will flatten on the ground. But we're gonna make something like the height will be 0.1. So if not that's not work for you, try to make it like point. Okay, one log. This maybe every time you open a project, um, yeah, they made this as one by one project. So when you open one, you need to be logged in there. So we're damaging the player 10. Maybe that's enough for us. Enable VFX or maybe show we should no, we're not gonna show them. Maybe we put it more like point 0.3. So whenever it touch, I think it's still not touching the pointy thing. I doubt it. Because you see the line there. I think that's the because this one is just the VFX of it, like the one that's going down. But the real damage there is the red thing. So let's try to make it zero point 0.5. No, it's zero point 0.4. Yeah, I think zero point 0.4 that would be better. Or it has something there, but I think it's fine. Let's make it wider. The trigger overlap and edges. Yeah, this one. You can just make it up a little bit and then make this point. No, 0.35. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, perfect. A little bit more. Oh man, make it just 0.36. Not, it doesn't matter if you don't make it like, complicated like what I'm doing. It's still, it's still the character capsule will overlap this damage. So you don't need to worry about it much. Okay, for the small ones, we can just copy paste this one and then not copy paste like alt click. Okay, just making sure that we're not just copy pasting. So our height is okay. Zero point 0.5. Oh, that's perfect. Zero point 0.5. So that will be it. Okay. So after, just save it. Make sure you save it right here. All save the bottom here. Okay. So after doing our traps, and then we'll make like two, another one. Okay. Because I want to show you that how it is working. Like if it's what do you call this? If it's how much speed you want. Oh, I think we didn't do. I think I want to make like another one for 90 degrees. So there's a trap like this, right? And another trap for different one. So 90. So tap from your head and from the walls and from the ground, right? Will be just like I said in my other videos, we have trap here, but it doesn't looks like, I don't know if you can just change this into your likings, like, this one, right? No, this might damage volume. So let's say I drag it from here. This is a spike strap. You can change static mesh. Well, yeah, you can change it. I haven't tried this, but I think you can as well. Like changing the spike strap in your mesh. Maybe other times, because our topic right now is custom and first code, right? So if it's just custom, you can use that one just to make a custom, right? Because it has a box trigger that will trigger the trap to go up and down. Okay, so this one is trigger, right? I'm gonna make trigger, but we're gonna hide it so the player won't see it. Then for now, we're gonna show it up like that. Trigger. One trigger for this guy. This guy, this guy, this guy. We don't need to use this. But wait. Hmm. The second won't matter because this is a trigger. But later on, the speed, because that's why we're not gonna use it much because we only need the types, right? Because in automatic trigger there, trigger. Make sure your character like the height of the character. Make sure that you damage the character, right? So the pivot of here when you press N. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I thought it will find the like this in the middle based on your pivot, but no, you inherit the mesh boundaries. Yeah, you can make this bigger anyway, like 5, 5, 5, but no, only one for the height. Make this one is like half, uh, 0.5. This you only triggering the part where this one moves. For example, your players right here. Either you move this one from here to there or all the way if you want, but your wall should be like, like up to here, still covering the full part of the trap. Or maybe emboss it like, little bit, okay? But we don't really use much. Or I use the 5 so you can cover up most things in land. Doesn't matter. We can just hide the visible in game, right? But for now, we're gonna show it because we are in debug mode or developing mode. Okay? Don't forget to save it. This one, make sure you are 5 as well. We cover up everything. Uh, okay. But for this one, it's just, showing that. I don't wanna put it under the floor because um you're not gonna see it. So for that thing, we should can just put it like that just to see that it is going up and down. Okay. So save all of this. Then we're gonna continue our code. We are in trigger button right now. Trigger device. The first trigger device like this. Eatable rotation X. I did this because not everything is Z said, right? Lock set Y first. Goes to 0, 0. Lock set because you can move the you can move the okay so it's not every trap will be moving on set if you can see uh, the blue one said right it's not moving like this so some traps like this moving in its Y and then this one as well is said as well but sometimes if your wall is looking towards the X then needs to be moved to X, right? Or maybe sideways. Depends on your where you want. That's why I put X and Y there so the developer can or you this is for you you can so this is the delay for um when it stop before it goes up again and then go down again. I think I want now you can make like two delay so when it's up stay up it's different then stay down it's different time you can do that as well because we can put sleep on a different way Repeatable speed is the speed of how it goes up and down the animation part or from move wants to project but we declare it false okay this is the class for everything um the uniform we can just make this one like this okay just want to save then of course when you have class we need to handle the trigger part so handler button or main triggered so the class that we want class handler trigger device prop trigger are we using trigger prop and just of this then selected prop class is the current on loop trigger prop class okay then three prop trigger handler agent this is the function for uh, the trigger button you're like subscribing it or if it's subscribe and then it will trigger this one device the self trigger prop 1%. Then we just return it's like a callback selected prop class. I think we didn't do the function yet. Just leave it like that. We're gonna make the function for that later. Just make the whole class and the handler for trigger. Okay, so um, here we're gonna declare some things again, which is our um, variable prop plus, which is array prop bigger underscore prop class equals to array. Okay, I think from oh no, it will get error from this one. I just want to show you how it looks like, but maybe later on. Let's finish this. Trigger button. This trigger is to enable and disable everything, everything, not just one. So when we go to other levels or other part of our level, we can save memory by disabling um this device, right? That's what we learned last time. Enable trigger button off should be on. Okay, it's the same thing as a referencing your trigger. Going back there, you can just copy paste another one. Is this the last one? Okay, but that's so much big for us. Going back one, one, one. Okay. So this is our enable and disable button for this one. But they have their own trigger buttons. Okay, save it. What we can do here is go to your props, remove the filter, and then where's um, why it's not showing? Or maybe I haven't saved it yet. Props tree, prop tree, or maybe it has error. That's why it doesn't show up here. First trigger, prop trigger. It's not here, right? Not yet here. This is not built yet. I think we need to build yet. Anyway, going back here. So we have the trigger. You can make a prop enable maybe is enabled, then logic false. So we need to enable them. Okay. For overall begin, we just need to subscribe our button. Trigger button on. So triggered event that subscribe. Then on trigger. Okay. Gonna make that function later on. You can just copy paste this one and then off. Then here off. So we're missing three functions. On triggered event in agent, then void no return if trap no, trap enabled is enabled equals to true, then set is enabled equals to false. But no, it's for other. So you're setting them if it's false, right? So we're gonna loop for um wrap maybe wrap class instant, then wrap class. Okay, but our prop class right here, prop class. Okay, on um move prop. So we're moving prop, right? Move PC class piece prop class instance in Okay, so we're missing three now. Three, still three. Okay, we make the triggered off event, triggered off triggered event. Sorry, agent, agent, and then void, no return. Set is enabled of false, right? So just when you we can just um maybe eh, we can make we can make them disabled. When they're disabled, there's a maybe there's a chance to get stuck in the top when they are disabled. So maybe we'll fix it later. Okay. Yeah, because when you anyway when you disable them, yeah, you're not going back, right? Because they might get stuck on the top when they are when you disable them. Move prop, then prop instance, prop trigger, prop class, suspense, of course, because you are doing animations, and then no return. It's like void. So if it's enabled, uh, it should be true. Oh no, false. Uh, equals to false. If it's false, then just return it. Then if it's true, prop that trigger photo or trigger fan that subscribe. You uh subscribing the handler in this part. So handler triggered there, and then what is the device? Device equals to yourself, which is the self what device is. Select the prop class equals the prop instance or looping, right? I think this one should be prop instance. Okay, so prop instance and then close it like that and then that prop triggered handler, right? We don't need to pass anything, just like that. Okay, so we're sending it to the callback, what devices and the prop that we are trying to trigger when try to move when it's triggered. So it's like setting this one and then like this one. Trigger trap on event. I think I have wrong. Trigger trap on event. Also this one is wrong. Class instance. Trigger trap event. Trigger trap handler, I guess. Device that trigger trap on event. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I think I need to make another one function for that. Word trap. I just copy paste it. What? Trigger. Triggered. It should be triggered trap, which is this one. Triggered trap on event when you step on the triggered on the trap. And then agent, agent, comma, like trap class, then trap trigger prop class, then void equals. Okay, then spawn another one. This the prop move loop function. Not gonna use it again. Selected prop. So this is the real um function. I think my naming is not true. So it's like prepared. It's like preparing the prop, right? So we are preparing the prop. Maybe we change it. Prepare prop. That's better. See. Okay. So we are preparing the prop to have its trigger event that subscribe to to that trigger because we are using class, and then this is the real when it's triggered. When it this one subscribe to this function, then when it's triggered, it will move the prop that it's designated to. Okay. So we're gonna make the move loop now because it's looping. Uh, unless hmm, unless you wanted to stop after just one, right? One swing. No, not just swing. Just one move and down again, and that's it. Right? Wait, let me check. Because if looping it, this will be the automatic one. I think we're not gonna use loop. That's for later on. Um, okay. Oh, let's just try it. Prop instance, prop trigger, prop class, then suspense, and void equals. Okay. Actually, there's no loop here in the code. This enabled equals to false. First we return it. Then if prop instance, then prop move. Maybe we have prop move. No, still moving. Change it to that. Much readable. Prop is the prop still moving equals to true. Then return. It's still moving. Because we don't know if the loop is like, looping so much. Why this one is like this? Maybe we miss a thing. Selected drop class. So the class equals to what? Agent device. Selected drop class. I'm sorry about that. I missed one S right there. Okay, so moving on. Still moving. Prop set. Instance. But is still moving. Okay, then prop transform now. We can just copy paste this. everything right here. We can prop transform, prop instance. This is the change. Prop instance that prop props, and then because the prop drops is the selected here, the damage device, right? So we're getting the transform of it, then getting the location and rotation as well, and then here instead of rotation earlier, we're gonna use the location. So we're gonna use the location. Vector 3 x equals to prop transform, yeah, form that translation that x plus prop the current transform for x plus instance plus the location we're gonna add. So it goes up, right? So copy paste this one if you're lazy like me, and then make it like y and z. Make sure you use this y and z. Then here again y and z. Okay, and that's our new location we added, and then grab instance that grabs that move to, right, the new location, grab rotation. We don't rotate them, so if it's up to you if you want rotational, you know, grab instance time speed, so how fast it will rotate. Okay, and what we're gonna do here is sleep from is delay in seconds. Um, we can change this because I want like, more control to it, right? Delay, ini- initial delay in seconds, one, and then after, after delay in seconds, okay? So it's the same one, but you can have your more control to it, right? So initial delay, or maybe before, just to make it uniform with after. Instead of initial, before, yeah, before and after. Okay, then copy paste this one, and you need to um, move move forward the turn. Okay, so we get already the transform prop location right here, right? The original one. So we are putting it back to its location, rotation times speed, and after the 8 seconds. So that's it, right? And then don't forget to instant is still moving but the force because they're not moving anymore, right? Because if you don't set it, then I know that we set it right here, right? But this one is kind of wrong. No, we need to set it true because it's gonna move, right? Or maybe make it more readable because this one is the declaration, so we don't do anything yet. From here, we did, right? Because we set it move, it's moving. So when it's, let's say, the computer thinks fast and then the function called again, it will just return because it's still moving, right? but before they do this because there's a delay in seconds. That's why maybe the tick is being pulled, the function is being pulled right away, just to be safe, right? Okay, so after that, we're gonna try this one. Uh, let's try to compile the project, build burst code. So we have the here, it just appear right here. Let's do here. And then as you can see here, we make it bigger. Of course, first you select your trigger, don't forget that. Then create a first drop of yours. How many drops you have? Four, right? And make four. Okay, edit the first one. What's its prop drops? We this one prop drops. Then what's its trigger button? Then how you want it to move? Said or um what? Said or I said I say negative 5.0 because it's going down. So it should be negative, right? Well, you can just trial and error right there. So that will be it. We set it normally 111. Uh, this one, set the props, and then set the thing, right? Then what do you want? Check the green one. So we're gonna move it to the Y and then 5 forward, not negative, right? And set the same thing. And for this drop, close that one, close the other one to have space. So number 2 right now. Select your prop drops and your trigger button. Then what do you want it to move? Like 5, right? 5 on set going up. Okay. Then leave it like that and set the other one, lastly, the prop drops and then the trigger button. And then you want it to move upwards, but this time we're gonna make it like slower. Maybe 1. Okay? Make it slower, and then it will stay like for 2 seconds. Uh, no, before maybe before delay. Yeah. Hmm, what is that? Yeah, before 2 seconds, and then go back for 1. Right? Is that correct? Yeah. Then it will trigger again, and then wait for 2 seconds, and then go down. Then trigger again for 1 second, and back and forth. I think. Yeah. Let's try this. Save everything. Launch your session. Maybe I'll pause it from here so don't wait too much. It's taking time to load everything. Like uh, like the game loading. Okay. All right. So the game been loaded. So here's our trap. I'm just gonna show you that I'm gonna get damage when I get here. See, but maybe we need to put more, like the damage because we're not getting damage when they're here. So maybe we put more boundaries to that. First, when you trigger this, won't do anything, right? And then when I enable it and trigger something, what? I think it moved, but so little. We need more. I think it triggered. Oh, it didn't move. See, it goes down. Yeah, it goes up and it goes down. And this one is so slow. I think we'll try to move it like more. Uh, Wait, give me a moment. It should be like, you know, maybe we change the boundary as well. Zone height, uh, maybe just one. No, one is so big. Point 0.5 probably, like point 0.4. I think point 0.4 is enough. Point 0.4, point 0.4. Okay. You can disable all the VFX in this one because when you activate it, it has like trigger sound effect and stuff. But you can do your sound effects as well. Looks like you triggered something, right? But for the VFX, I'm gonna remove it. Okay, so we're editing all the class because for 5 it's so small. So how can we calculate this? So small, maybe 20 or just to make sure because the loading times is so bad. I don't want to wait forever. Is this 3? Did I make it 3? Um, 25 only. What? 25. But for you, you need to do some kind of trial and error here because so save everything, but you need to let's see if that changes. That's the same thing. This one won't move. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's moving. It is. Oh little. Okay, we need to push the changes. Like push changes, and then it will stop the game. Yeah. Okay, so we're waiting for the game to be loaded right here. It's like you see on the top left is just rotating around. So right now we're using current memory usage, as you can see right there. It's 6.8, right? Fly, fly. But I think if you enable the setting for world, what do you call this? Word partition, it will clear it out. So you can use 100 memory per tile. I'll show you. So for example, word partition, let's say you set the boundary for here and these other boxes right here, it won't load unless you want something bigger like this box, and then the other boxes it won't load unless you go there and then you have another 100 memory here and then this one will stop everything here. So it's pretty much useless if you are using this the trigger enabling trigger because it won't load anyway when you leave this box. So for like assets cases, because when you are seeing all the walls and buildings right here, right? I don't think that when you go here and then it will, but I think you can still see it even if partition, you know, world partition is off. It's yeah, it's off for that square. Okay, let's check. Yeah, okay, we're good now. Um, try it. Not gonna work. And then press this one. Let's see this one first. What? It's still moving. So 25 is still not the just a mere pixel, like but as you can see, it's working. It's just for you, like if you wanna make it like maybe 50 or 60. You play around with it. It's you know. And the next stuff we're gonna do is the automatic ones. So maybe we will have a chance there to change everything, right? Like this, moving forward, and it will damage you. So let's see if we get damage when we step right here. Yeah, we get damage. Anyway, you can change the seconds. That's how long you get damage if you stay there, right? When we disabled it, this should be disabled, not moving, right? But still triggering. You can set the disable thing when it triggered. For example, uh, you can use the code as well. So when they triggered, you can disable those trigger buttons. Because right here, you can do it like around here when it's this one trigger, and then you can click this one here, and then on triggered. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not how it works. You click here. This is the one that you want to disable, right? And then click the disable, and then click this one and on trigger. So when this one triggered, this one will be disabled, right? Right? I think you get what I mean. This is like like it's not really intuitive, but you'll get it. At first I was confused too, but now I get it. Okay, that's how it goes. But here you can. Where's our trigger button name? Trigger button. If you want to disable this, when you disable trigger event, we are setting when it's enabled, and we are spawning spare prop, right? And then um, we are preparing the prop, and then our trigger button, if it's false right here, what you can do is like um, prop ins, or make a function here. Is yeah, uh, yeah, we're doing the for here, right? So prop ins that disabled, I think. What you can do, wait, okay, so I think the disabled thing, maybe you can check. No, you can check. Go to definition, and then let's find a way how can we disable it. Hmm, maybe we can, maybe we can, because there's nothing here, as you can see. Just listenable. Trigger device, enable and disable, right? Trigger based device. Yeah, we have enable and disable, and it's public. You can reset it as well. But I wonder why you can do this. Oh, no, no, no. Because I'm so dumb. We need to paste it because this is the prop instance. We're not pointing it out, pointing out the trigger itself. Disable. See, you can do this if you want to, but you need to find a way to enable them again because if you're not, they will be disabled forever. Okay, so that's one of an example for that. Users code. What we can do, modifying them. So if we put 50, it's not moving much. Maybe 100. Oh yeah. This is what you can do. Don't trial and error. So let's say, as you can see, the set right here is 540, right? Make it, 540 without floating. Right. Okay. 540, and then you move it like this. Um, then you see that this will be enough for it. So let's say 380, 380, right? Then open your calculator. 540 minus 380. So this will be your value, right? So put it back to 540. Then go to your device. And then 160, negative 160. So maybe we can just copy paste them all. So that's the same thing. Or yeah, I just showed you how it works, right? This is the same as the unit from the world. Okay. So next off, we're gonna do our automatic looping, like up and downs. Okay, but trigger trap and floor trap. So floor trap, automatic auto trap maybe, trap auto trap, something like. First, we're gonna copy paste all of this, and then there triggers, and then the other triggers. Okay, out, then see, copy paste from here. Okay, then what you're gonna do is create new verse file, prop underscore. Um, Maybe I'll do it in the next video. Because that's I think that's another topic. We might get another um you know 1 hour here. And what we could do here right now, am I setting it? Just selected it. Okay, so we're gonna save this and then push changes. Let's try it first again if it's worked. Okay, let's wait for that one to be done. I'm gonna pause it so you don't wait too much and the video won't get longer, right? Yeah, the game is loaded. Then we're gonna try to check our modification here. Drop. Yeah, it's so better right now. Okay, right? Up and down, lower, then down, right? That's will be it. So you have your custom traps with trigger. You can hide this one and hide this one under the floor, and it will go up. And then this one will keep you trapped. the ceiling, and this one on the wall, right? So that's pretty much it. This one you can hide this one. So, all right. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.